frog sounds so pretty when it's played by ASM. Even the frog is so pretty when it's played by a band program. With any tune sounds like opera when it's played with harmony. But if you want to be classy, play me.
You make me feel like I've come home. You've got a beautiful soul. If I'm feeling alone, I just remember your song. Oh, 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 I'm so in love. You've got a beautiful soul. When I'm asking about, I just remember your song.
Hello, my name is Hanna. You're watching the Among Pinetrees and Lilies podcast, knitting podcast and creative podcast. I live in southeast part of Sweden, among sheep and tractors and cows and small villages and lakes and a really gorgeous view around here. And we really like it. I work as a pastor in 2 churches, 50-50 sort of, and done so for about 4 years now. So I thought I would show you some of my knitting stuff and share with you my life and my creativeness and my thoughts. Hope you will enjoy this. My name is Mrs. Rundal on Ravelry and Fru Rundal on Instagram. Go check it out. I also have a web page called pinetreesandlilies.com where I sell some own sewn stuff and some handmade stuff. Go check it out. There is some things for knitters and crocheters also, maybe knitting bags and knitting markers and so on. So go check it out. I will show you some of the things later on, and you will find more if you go check out my first episode. Well, I thought that was all the welcoming stuff. If this is your first time watching, thank you and welcome here. Hope you will enjoy it. Please go press the thumbs up down here and subscribe also. I would be really glad if you will help me get this podcasting more views. Well, let's take care of today's stuff. Since I last saw you, I've actually sewn and finished the Kielo wrap dress. It's a gorgeous dress that you have 2 ties in each side. Here you go. And you can tie it around which side you want and how you want. I will include some pictures in me dressed in it later on. And I've made it as a long version. You can make it a short version and you can put the sleeves on it. Yeah, really love it, and I'm definitely going to make at least 2 more of it, I think. Well, I wanted to show you some of I wanted to show you more of things I've knitted through the years, and this past year I've 2 big finished objects. The famous Find Your Fate shawl which I call Find My Scraps shawl, because I've put together all the kind of different things I had at home and colors I liked. So the fade is not that obvious, but I have a warm shawl for my job in the cold church in the winter. So well, here it is. Let's see if I put it the right way. Yeah. So I started with some blues I had at home in different gradients and stuff, and mixed it together with a yarn that goes from blue to kind of beige brown, and then suddenly some white. And from that one I have a sort of sparkliness from a French independent dyer whom I don't remember the name of, and some Malarigo and Madeline Tosh, gorgeous cactus flower, and you can see some wrongs in the pattern. I've knitted wrong. I don't mind, because it's my scrappy fade, and some leftovers from when I knitted. You see, when I knitted the Leavenwick cardi of Gudrun Johnston. So I really like it. It's really big and warm and gorgeous colors and comfy. So in spite of the scrappiness and not so faded, I really like it. And also in the beginning of the winter I started to knit a pattern that then was for free. I don't think it's for free anymore, because I think she's edited the pattern and is beginning to sell it. But when I begin to knit it, it's called the Winter Mood Sweater by Winter Ludes. I've made it in real wool, real Swedish. I think it's called woolen spun yarn. So it's really sort of itchy, some would say, but I like it, and it's really hot and warm. It is an oversized version. Really like this pattern here, and the whole sweater looks like this, and you can drown in it and just stay warm and comfy in the winter. So yeah, really like it. Even if she's edited the pattern, go check it out. I have knitted some more on the Rainlust shawl. I'm at the last repeat before the decrease now, and I realized I really had to buy one more skein, so went ahead and did that at organicknitters.com. And so well, you won't see the difference, but here it is. Rainlust. Really longing to block it and get all these waves out. I think I'm going to use it very much. So go check it out, Rainlust. And some more have been crocheted on the Be My Baby blanket, and you can see some more progress here. Now actually put it together. I started to put it together so I don't have to just feel that I'm crocheting all these small little things, but actually making some progress. So this is what it looks like right now. Just the beginning. I have these two left to crochet with before I continue with all these hexagon rounds. Well, really like the Grello mix. Be My Baby blanket. Actually think it's available now to buy separate on Ravelry, so go check it out. yeah, they have some of the knitting that I've done and crocheting. Coffee with cardamom. If you haven't tried out, go try it out. I love cardamom. My friend, she hates it, but it reminds me of cinnamon buns and some good old Swedish fika. As a pastor, you have a lot of fika. If you don't know what fika is, search on F-I-K-A. You know what fika is. It's a lot of coffee and Swedish, cookies and stuff. And at all the meetings I have in church, with the board and after the service and more, there is always fika. And I love cookies. I have to take a pause from the fika. It builds up around here. For some years, for a few years ago, I had actually 2 ladies asking me when it was time. The first one, I understood that she thought I was expecting, and when the other lady asked me, she sort of said, how many weeks are there left? And I was going on vacation a few weeks after that, so I thought she meant that, but she just kind of rudely pointed at my belly and, yeah, you have the baby. Oh no, it's not the baby, it's all sort of just cookies. So I have to let go of the cookies for a while and have my cardamom coffee. I don't complain, it's good. Well, I can show you. I'm a little frustrated that my time is so little. I'm handling my sewing for my shop, along with my job, along with the web shop, along with doing this podcasting that I want to do, along with the knitting that I want to do, and I feel that there is not a lot of hours on the day to do everything I want to do. I've managed to do some small bags. This is a smaller version. I've shown you some of these in my first episode, and now I have 2 sort of finished. This is what it looks like. You zip it up kind of hard. Zip it up like this, and I'm going to put a button here. You can hang it up. I'm thinking it's perfect for your makeup, your crochet needles, or maybe the interchangeable set you have at home for knitting stuff. And I think it's perfect for notions as well. Go check it out in my shop, and you'll find this and many, no, not many, but some different knitting markers and stuff. I have some more to put some more knitting marker to put up there, but I haven't had the time. The other inside, in the other stuff, here is the other bag. This is the inside, a gorgeous IKEA fabric actually. And yeah, this is my card. Pinetrees, okay, upside down. Pinetreeslilies.com. Go check my webpage out. That would be really nice if you would like to do that. And yeah, this is my bags with the canvas outside, and then I have some colorish insides or lining popping up. Aiming to do some drawstring bag in the same version, same ID. Hoping to have the time to do it, and hoping this will work out, because I have so many ideas I want to share with you. I have so many gorgeous bags I want to sell to you, and I hope you will like it. So since we last saw each other, I have been on a trip with my little family. We had 1 week's early vacation. We went to a Christian conference called Toppkonferensen. It's in the sort of middle of Sweden, outside of Örebro, Kumla, where they gather around each year. They gathers around sort of 5,000 to 6,000 of Christians all over Sweden to celebrate midsummer and meet up to praise God and go to services and enjoy the weather, and which in fact was very windy, and go to children's meet up and just have a good time. I will include some of a little short movie after here from that conference. We really enjoyed it. We camped for the first time with the camping wagon. I'm born with it, and raised with the camping wagon, but my husband isn't. It was really a test on our marriage to put up the tent for the camping wagon the first day when it was almost storm weather, and I'm very, what that's called, I just push on and push on. We're going to do this with, while my husband is he wants to wait and take one thing at a time when it's possible. So we had some fight, but gladly we're really forgiving for each other. So it went well, and we enjoyed the week. So here you have a short movie from the Midsummer's week. Oh, Midsummer in Sweden. We dance around a pole and jump around like frogs, and all Swedish people eat the same food. It's potato and herring, sour herring, and and everyone has strawberries in some kind of way for dessert. We Swedish people are very strange. Go have a look. I have had a really good time.
Igen. Vänta. Nej, jag kan.
Jesus är skrotens högste man, är som bilar som hamnar på en skrotgård. Jag vet att jag behöver varandra. Turn är som bilar på världens bästa skrotgård. Men Jesus är skrotens högste man, är utanför, vi behöver varandra. Kan en skrotgård bli bättre än så? Han som gjort det så bra, vet precis var vi ska. Hjälp av honom behöver.
Oj.
Det är väldigt kul. I thought I would share with you my story, how I began to knit and why. But then I have to go fetch sort of a sweater. Wait. I'm here in a second. Well, my knitting story is sort of having to do with this sweater, but it began with my grandma and my mom knitting very much, and on some levels My mom learned me to knit, but just ordinary yeah. This, what's that called? Just yeah, I've knitted that way, just like a neck band. Not so fun, so I didn't get stuck. Well, all my teenage years, my grandma knitted socks from all her scrap yarns and warmed our feet. You can read more about my grandma at the About page on my webpage. Go find it out. Really loved my grandma. She passed away for about 3 years now, I think. But she was a big inspiration, and in both the knitting, baking and sewing. Well, I had some knitting in me, and I don't remember when it began, but I've met my husband for about 6 years now, when I studied theology and to become a pastor. And the reason why I began to knit was in the beginning that he wanted a certain kind of sweater that was popular right then, called the pippisweater, a classical fisherman's sweater that Pippi Longstocking has on herself in the Pippi Longstocking movies. And here and now, there it is popular, and people are knitting it in different versions, and I wanted to surprise him. So I began to knit on this. It became really good. The reason why I have it is because when he got it, it was really tight and small. It's really hard to surprise someone and knit a whole garment without doing the measurements and stuff. So it was small. Now it lies around in my wardrobe, and I kind of use it one evening a year at a cold summer's night. I began to knit one more in a sort of more yellowish white for him, but I don't know what it is because it got puff sleeves. So we sent it to a flea market or something like that. Really sad, but yeah. And then I found out and had the kind of ease that you can knit other stuff than the Pippi sweater. So I've knitted some cup warmers and stuff, and discovered the audio podcast called Podden. I was hooked. They told me about the whole knitting world, and they told me about Ravelry and the blocking thinginess and all the good stuff and the expressions you have in knitting, and a whole new world open for me. And I had a resting place to go to, where just rest from all the people that I meet. Sorry, my landlord is building on the house next door. A place to go when the things on work is too hard or heavy, and I bear too many people's lives in my thoughts and so on. So and when Ravelry opened up to me, the knitting was not more acrylic little sweater on a plastic doll in an old knitting store. It was so much more. It was an artwork. It was a place to go to on free time and be creative, so it was just gorgeous. In the beginning, my husband was frustrated. He wanted to watch movies with me, and so I thought, I will knit while looking at this movie, but he was in the opinion that, well, now you're knitting, you cannot watch a movie, then you're not with me in the movie. Well, sort of that was true, but I just love knitting and all the things you can make, and yeah, the calmness in it and the rest in it. I really like it, to have something to do with your hands while listening on something, and yeah. Visst är den fin? Oj! Den flyger iväg! Sewing has become one more thing in my life in the last years. I've sewn what's that called? I've made a present. I've sewn a present for my sister when she turned 30. It was the Portland a bag set. I will put the info around here. I think she really liked it, and I made some for myself. I will show you. It includes one bag and one toilet bag and one sort of case or passport case or whatever you want. And I made it this version. With the butterflies and the green herbs and stuff, and the little bag goes with it, with a fake leather, and also bag. Go check it out, it's really gorgeous, and I made this lining. Yeah, really like it. So sewing has become one more thing in my life. As you saw, I made a kilo wrap dress, and I've tried to sew some things for my boy, but that was not a favorite. I think I'm liking to do more things for myself first. Let's see. Unfinished object. It's a really gorgeous cardi that I came really far on it, and was hoping to have it finished around March or April when I discovered I've knitted up here that it was kind of this big. And well, this it's the Belmont Cardi by Gudrun Johnston. It's really big. It's a gorgeous pattern. I love the greenish kind of forest green. And you're not supposed to knit it in the round, but I thought, well, let's go on anyway, so I'll do a stick later on. But well, when I discovered that I came up to here, sort of, when I discovered that it was way too big, I just got some little bitterish, but had the courage to start over. I've made this, I'm doing this, taking yarn from there and knitting, doing the ribbing again. Not in the round. It's just been lying around for some months, because yeah, you know, you get frustrated and just finds other projects to do, hoping that this will be an autumn cardi, but I have so many other things that I want to do and make. I have not so many hopes, but this is my UFO, and I'm not ripping it out and making something else, just ripping it out and making it again. Well, do you like Gudrun Johnston and Gorgeous Cardi? Go check it out, Belmont Cardi. Yeah. Well, while I'm at it, thought I will share with you some of the knitting that I want to do in the future. Maya Karlsson just got out with a new pattern. It's a cardi pattern that's called utsoknes. It's a Swedish word that means sort of not from this parish. Yeah, not from, sort of a stranger. And she has included some gorgeous ribbing on the arms and down here at the hip, or yeah, what's my English, apologize for that. So I'm thinking you will understand me anyway. And then there is Alfred's sweater, a gorgeous sweater for my boy, I'm thinking. And also I found that in the children's stores, in the boy section, there's not any cardis, sort of. I'm lacking that, so it's a good opportunity for me to knit a cardi for my boy. And I'm thinking Carl's cardigan, also by Petit Knit. That will be brown, I think, and Alfred's sweater will be grey. Yeah, and I also have another dream to someday make Dammejacka-loppe. It's a cardi made by a Norwegian, I will write the name here, Norwegian designer that many knitters on YouTube are making. And I'm thinking about making a light version, a sort of grello maybe, or yeah, don't know when, don't know how, but someday. And someday I'm going to learn how to brioche, and I'm thinking Ramble by Andrea Mori is a gorgeous pattern that I'm going to challenge myself with. So, some of my knitting dreams. This was my try on a second episode for my podcast. I love to hear your comments and your thoughts, and as this being my first try of making a podcast, I need your advice, I need your thoughts. If you write down below here maybe some things you like me to add, or maybe some things you like me to get rid of, or maybe you have some thoughts and questions, please write it down below. And yeah, hope to see you in one more episode maybe. Well, thank you a lot. Thanks, bye.
You make me feel like I've come home. You've got a beautiful soul. If I'm feeling alone, I just remember your song. Oh, 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 with you, I'm so in love.